I'm trying to integrate a quote that would create a work order in Zoho FSM, is a field service management system. Now, this is just an example of a scenario, and I will explain a bit what I'm doing here. So I'm using a tool that is called Perplexity, is work with a browser that is called Comet. I will put some links to this tool. And we are looking here at the quote customization. And in this specific, I mean, it doesn't matter that much. It's just to understand a bit like what I'm actually trying to do here. I need to get the site address available in the quote in order for this to get replicated into the FSM system, all right? So I'm working with Perplexity, and I've created like a questionnaire of what it is I'm actually trying to do. So let's just read it. So I'm saying in Zoho CRM quote, site address field is a lookup field from Zoho CRM job entity. By the way, with this specific customer, the job is the deal, but just understand a little bit like what it is we're trying to do. And I'm saying I need that each time in a job that the site address was updated, to update the Zoho CRM quote site address. Maybe I will also add here field, although I'm sure like the system can do this. And then I'm asking, can this be done with a field update, or do I need to create a function to do it? Now you will see here that there are two types of like options. If it looks like this, it means like that the system can control my browser, which is the option that I need for this to work. And this tool, by the way, does require payment. So let's have a look once I'm asking this question, what can be done? So as you can see, it's kind of taking control over my browser, and it would tell me what needs to happen. This can take a bit of time. I might pause the recording from time to time just so that the recording will not get too long, but okay. It wouldn't go with the standard update. That's what it's explaining here. And it says that a function is required. Now, this is also important. As you are using these type of tools, you don't need to know programming, but it is a bit important to understand the capabilities and the infrastructure that is standing behind the system. Now, I knew that that would be the reply that would get required, and I will just ask it to do that function for me. So in the past, we need to hire like a developer. Now that can do it for us, actually. So I'll just say, do that for me. This is quite cool. It's taking control over my browser. I can just remove a little bit like like that assistant, I can kind of turn it on and off. So I put it off for a second so we can see what it's actually doing. It's running through my system. It's checking all sorts of stuff. I mean, you can put it back. So it kind of show you like it's a thinking process as is evaluating and creating some kind of plan to implement this function. Don't get too worried if something is not working. It would just fix itself. It would continue search until it would find the answer. You see, it went to the function area. This is part of the setup that the tool that the developers are using. It's actually looking into existing job. So as we are seeing, you cannot just let it run. It might start updating like your own function, which I would not recommend. Very clear, like detailed explanation. And it is advisable to, record what is here happening. I will pause it for a minute just not to make the function the recording too long. So just I renew a little bit the recording. You can see that it took from the deal. That's the main entity that the job was. And it knows that this is like a job ID. It's running some kind of test. This is very normal for testing like integration. I'm pausing it again, just again, I don't want the recording to be too long, but it's quite interesting. It's just kind of browsing through different parts of the application, validating the data, and then continue writing the function. And I just said like, yeah, just say the UI did not refresh. So it's all work. Sorry for the long demonstration, but I think you got the idea. So let me just explain again. You're using Perplexity tool in a browser that is called Comet that is only working on Perplexity. You need to pay for this. You can create a definition of a function that you need to create in the Zoho CRM system. It can test that function for you. And once you're happy with the function, you can see that the function is working. Assuming I do not understand any code, but you do need to understand how the system works in order to give a clear definition. This task is relatively slightly complicated, but I hope you managed to get the idea. Thank you. And if you have any more questions, feel free to send us an email and we will be happy to help you implement this or just any other general question. We are here to help you. Thank you.